Tuesday night again, 8 o'clock. It's another Annie Blue Live. Just wait a minute, see who's going to join us. Bailey's here already.
So Annie Blue and Bailey Boo.
There's been a bit of a pest tonight, aren't you?
Sarah's here.
He keeps barking at
And
everything
Claire.
and anything. Oh yeah. Are you going to do the live for us? Mm-hmm. You going to talk to everyone? Don't look at me like that. Have we got any people joining
Yeah.
us? Yeah.
Cool. Six, 7.
Yeah. So I was wondering what to talk about again. So I thought I'd start. I did say I was going to do a review of this stuff. Yes, it's motorbike related again. This is the oil that I've put in the Harley. It's gone in the gearbox, the engine and the primary. Some people have been saying about this stuff that it makes the engine a bit more noisy, but I can't say I've noticed anything. A positive thing I've noticed is the gearbox seems to be a little less vague. Sometimes if you go first gear, neutral, then back to first gear, it can be a bit spongy, but this seems to have stopped that. It goes in properly every time now. Apart from that, I've not really noticed any difference, but yeah, it does seem like good stuff. I think it's the gearbox oil. It's certainly thinner than the gearbox oil. As long as your gearbox has got oil, it should be okay. Yeah, so I can recommend that. It's actually designed by Harley for Harleys, so it must be the right stuff. It's synthetic, so it should last longer. Oh, we're both tired again today. We've been really busy, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's Black Label stuff all the way. Painslayer and Painslayer. And pretty much everything else is like even in it. Yeah, really, really busy. Which is good, but we're both knackered. Even Bailey Boo's tired, aren't you? Mm.
So as I was saying last week that the amount of sleepyhead that you'd made, which would normally last a month, went in 5 days. And then when you've made it again today and you've checked batch records, it's only been 4 days since you made the last batch, isn't it? So.
Which is more because it's the weekend, really. So I've done one today, I'll probably do one, if not tomorrow, Thursday. And all the others are getting the same. They used to last a while. We'd make a big batch, it'd last like a month, say. Now it's lasting 4 or 5 days. Like I say, it's good, but yeah, it's keeping us on our toes. We've got to keep making stuff, haven't we? It helps people, it's helping them. That's what it's all about. Isn't it, Bailey?
I do kind of tiptoe to his desk to put the daily reports on it now. As I print everything off in the morning to show Mark what we've sold over the last 24 hours. So I like cup of tea in one hand and let that drop onto his desk quietly whilst distracted so I can make a sharp exit.
Why would you have to make a sharp exit?
Just when you go, oh my gosh, can't believe where's all that gone?
It does surprise me sometimes. It's like turn your back and it's all used up. Seems like you've just made it. Doesn't it? Yeah. What are you mithering for? He's been really mithering tonight. What's the matter?
This is what
Not
is
for everyone.
this is what it's like with Mark all evening.
Pest, aren't you?
Daddy, 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 daddy.
It's just like I'm a toddler.
Claire says nearly everyone in the world will have a pain slayer soon. Gosh, it feels like everybody in the world's got about 4 at the moment.
Well, some people have been buying like 6 of things, haven't they? Again, which is good, like what is there? Then you turn around and everything's gone. All getting used up in it, Bailey.
What's your favourite product to make?
To make. I don't know. I mean, some are easier than others. I think the one I'm perhaps selfishly most proud of is the metal polish, because that was the hardest to do, and to make a wholly natural metal polish, no one's ever done that before.
That
As far as I know.
did take some doing, that didn't it?
Took me a while, yeah.
Oh, Tracy says you must get an early night. Remember, it's your baby, helping so many in a holistic way. Thank you, my love.
I suppose the probably most proud of is pain slaying. That's the one that helps people most, I think, or more people anyway.
I suppose there's lots of different reasons that we like making different products, isn't there? Chris, Muscle Magic, you like making that because that's your fave smell, isn't it?
Yeah, I smell that. Yeah.
Were you making that? I nearly fell asleep at my desk this morning.
Personal reasons for making that as well.
What were you blending first thing this morning? Because I was nearly asleep at my desk. Were you doing Sleepyhead this morning?
No, I did. It was paint slayer. Shower salts.
No. Claire says, Mark, how do you stay awake when you're making Sleepyhead?
With difficulty. I have actually literally been sat, well, stood there mixing it and yawning. It never knocks you out, does it? Like, but it does make it relaxes you and makes you feel drowsy.
You do sometimes have to go outside for some fresh air, don't you?
Like yawning away. Yeah, I've had to go walk around the block a couple of times, doing that just to wake up.
And bath sherbets, you quite like making them, don't you?
Yeah, they're quite where you just mix all those powders and that together, and the way it comes out, yeah, it's quite cool.
It's quite a fun one to make, isn't it?
And cool it as well, strangely enough. That's an interesting one to do, because it's an emulsion.
They're all quite...
There's a knack to it, isn't there? Making emulsions, keeping them stable.
You see, that's where your chemistry side comes in. So somebody just with an essential oil or holistic background, for instance, wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, you could teach yourself, I'm sure. Just it's knowing where to start.
Yeah, Zara says he sticks a revved up in each nostril. Tracy says, do you enjoy working together, pros or cons?
Oh, we're alright, aren't we?
Yeah.
We very rarely snap or bicker. But to be honest, we don't see much of each other. Even though we're at work together, you tend to be in the office and I'm in the lab, aren't I?
So it is all very work related.
It's sort of professional, isn't it?
Ish.
What we talk about, yeah.
I suppose it's in a way because we don't feel that we have to hold back if we've got something to say to each other, that problems get resolved an awful lot quicker if any do ever arise. They don't really though, do they? But like if I thought Mark was doing something wrong or he thought I was doing something wrong, we wouldn't wouldn't let it get to us. We're just like, babe, I don't think you should do that. So I think in that way,
If we're comfortable about saying it, we would say it straight away. It wouldn't fester. Whereas I think if you're working with a colleague, sometimes you're a bit reluctant to say things.
and we're one of these strange couples as well that actually don't like being apart. So it works quite well for us. I'd say the only cons is the fact that I'm at work all day rather than being at home, so we don't get as much housework done and stuff like that. That's the only downside of it.
There's something I noticed about this lockdown and everything, like, a lot of people, have took the time to get their house in order, they've done the garden, whereas ours, it's just the usual, better tidy up, that needs doing. Sometimes it gets left if we're tired. Garden's the same, everyone else's garden is pristine, and ours is a tip. Just not had time to do it.
But no, it's a really good question, Tracy, actually. But no, we're very lucky because we are exceptionally close and we do enjoy each other's company. So no, we don't.
But it tends to be work related, what we talk about at work. And then as soon as we come out, it changes. Talk about all the other sort of usual stuff that couples talk about.
Interlaced with work.
Yeah. I don't see it as work though.
No, it's not like work, is it?
It's just something it's just what we do.
Oh, Claire says you kept us going with the products though, guys, so thank you. You don't have to thank us. It is what
we do now, isn't it?
It's like I always say, like hearing your lot's stories is what gets me and Mark out of bed on the morning. If we didn't have that feedback, then we probably wouldn't be as proactive as we are.
I mean, a lot of people spend like 30 years doing a job they hate. This is, from the point of view of job satisfaction, I don't think it could get much better. So we know, like I say, you asked what's my favourite product to make, it's, when you see that batch of paint slayer there ready, it's all jarred up and labelled, and you think, that's going to help a lot of people. That's why it's there, and it's like great, I've achieved something.
Well, getting it to that stage where it's all in jars and labelled is a little bit of a labour of love, isn't it?
Organised chaos sometimes, yeah. You always manage it though.
Yeah, we do. But it takes a full day, doesn't it, to make a batch of pain slayer. It's quite involved.
I do approach it from like a scientific point of view with regard to the production. When I've worked in large scale plant and stuff like that in the past, so it's all organised in that way. All the batches are recorded and raw materials, numbers and everything. It's all recorded, and that way you don't lose track.
It's all very formal.
It has to be though, if you get muddled.
Trace says, do you think with lockdown you've reached more people because being at home more than before? Well done in working so hard in such uncertain circumstances. Thank you, Tracy.
I suppose it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible, isn't it?
What we do is online, isn't it? Maybe.
I think what's really helped spread the word, though, has been the support group, hasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I did say something about that a weekend, didn't I? But it's not gone unnoticed up to that point. We've been meaning to say something, and we do think it's great, that group. We really do.
Yes.
It's the people that make it, innit? I know it's a bit of a cliche, but it is. It
What?
wouldn't be that group if it wasn't freezing it.
Oh, exactly. Teresa says, tell Mark that SOS has helped with my finger as I ripped it getting a screw out of the wall.
Yeah, I saw your post earlier. Yeah.
It's not even hurting now, and I can let the air get to it now.
I won't even ask how you managed that.
Sounds pretty painful though, Teresa. Teresa's been really busy though doing DIY and gardening and decorating and all sorts just recently. So I am exceptionally proud of Teresa actually for everything that she's achieved just lately.
There's lots of people in there that we're proud of, isn't there? The way some have come off the meds, others have got up, found work, started getting active again. It's great.
It is more to us although obviously the products help dramatically, the biggest tool that we think that you can have to well-being is your positivity, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's the start, isn't it? If you're positive and you say to yourself you can do something about it, then you will. That's not going to happen if you don't. You being a pest?
Bailey's positive he's going to be a pest, aren't you? Mark has to put up with this all night.
Pesky dog.
All night. He's just like, daddy, daddy, daddy.
Yeah, his favourite game at the moment is hide and seek with the bone.
Yeah.
And he goes and hides it, and I have to find it, not the other way around. Never known a dog like you, have I? He's quite good as well, he finds decent places to hide it.
Yeah.
But then he sort of shows you where it is.
He's a little crackpot.
Yeah.
He's a clever little boy. Tracy says, our furry friends are the best. Yeah, we'd be lost without him. Even though he is an absolute pesky pest. Isn't he?
Yeah. It's your middle name, innit?
And we're starting to get back to normal a little bit in the lab now, aren't we? I think we're going to be able to get some help in again.
Yeah. Should be able to soon.
So as soon as we can start getting some help in, it means you can get back to your research a bit more as well, doesn't it?
There's one thing I've been meaning to do, so I've just been putting it off and off and off. So hopefully I'll get time to do that.
Well, there's a few things. There's that. Then there's 2 other personal care products.
I'm looking at you blank now.
I know you're looking at me blank. Why are you looking at me blank?
Personal care products.
Yeah. So, one from when we went to Ollie Abbey.
Yeah. I remember now, I think. What's the other one?
Are you there?
Yeah.
And then we've got Christmas to sort, haven't we?
I remember what the other one is now, yeah.
So did you just say yes just to agree with me?
No, because you said there was 2.
Yeah.
I just remembered the other one.
Yeah, the one from Ollie Abbey and that one.
And there's another one that you don't know about because this is one of my problems.
I know Claire says not much to do then. What do you mean I don't know about? Have you invented something that I don't know about?
I've told you.
Black label or white label?
Black.
The Claire says, oh.
Actually, there's a white label related one. It's not a new product, but I need to sort that as well.
Claire says, oh my God, Mark has a secret. He has.
And it still is.
And Trace's like, no, not Christmas. I feel like I'm in March still. Like time stood still.
Oh, it's July, isn't it, tomorrow?
I know. That's what I mean. We release the Christmas stuff on the 1st of November. So it's not that far. Really, is it? Do you know, girls, I actually really don't know what it is.
I've told you. Our products that need sorting out.
Oh, what you use? Oh, well. Oh, I thought it was going to tell me that you'd invented something.
I'll have to reinvent it.
Yeah, I thought it was like something really new, exciting. I know, it's the 1st of July. Teresa says, tell Becky she might slip up and say it. I'm getting quite good at making sure that I don't let things slip now. So what, July, August, September, October. So we've only got 4 months till we launch the Christmas range. That's how long we've been in lockdown.
I really do need to get some help in. Otherwise it ain't gonna happen.
We need help. We do actually really seriously need help. We think we've got it sorted though, don't we? Which reminds me, you've got to make a phone call when we get off the live as well.
I remembered, yeah. 3 things I've remembered tonight.
I know, you're getting quite good at remembering stuff, babe. I just can't remember where we put the tweezers.
My memory's terrible, isn't it? I always forget everything.
Yeah, and I've got fibrofog, so we're a right pair. But Bailey's got the best memory out of all of us, haven't you, Bailey Boo?
He always remembers.
You remember everything, don't you?
He remembers what time it is to go OUT, what time it is to eat, what time it is to go and play, don't you? You remember where he hides his bones? Bones.
I know, bless him. Hi, Jan. Hi, Zoe. Zoe says, hi, both. How are you? I need to put another order in for Pain Slayer. Not a great day for my really bad pain and have a diagnosis of intestinal failure. Any good ideas I can order with Pain Slayer? I would say, Zoe, if the only thing I can really suggest is if you're getting any cramping or anything like that, is Muscle Magic. That's the only thing that might help if you're getting sort of like any internal pain from cramping. I just rub that on your tummy. Tracy says, I repeat myself all the time because I forget. Yeah, we're like that.
I'd forget what it is I'm supposed to repeat.
But
I do have to write everything down, don't I?
Yeah, we both do, don't we? We've both got whiteboards in our offices and pens and paper everywhere. If we don't write it down, don't happen. Why did you yawn?
I hope that no one ever comes in and tidies my desk. Because then I'd never find anything.
Jan says, Mark, the first layer of skin is peeling off badly. Any idea what I can put on? She got sunburnt the other day. One of her meds made her photosensitive.
Oh, my God. Again, SOS, I would have thought.
SOS neat ink, whichever one you've got, Jan. Or
cool, it's good for sun.
Natural Beauty whipped cream. Jam, my love, that'll help. It's one of Janet's favourites now, that, you know. That's one that we like making, isn't it?
Yeah, I like the smell of that. I like the colour as well.
But even when we're making it, it goes through stages, doesn't it? And then all of a sudden, it just turns into Natural Beauty whipped cream. I like that bit.
transformation.
I do like it how it does that. It sort of just changes appearance in like the space of a second, doesn't it? It's like, whoa, and there's natural beauty whipped cream. Jan says she's used a jar of whipped cream, bless her. It is beautiful stuff.
Prevent it. The Summit might work to prevent it.
She's used Summit and still burnt.
Right.
That's what we couldn't understand, and then she's realised it was one of her meds that's made her photosensitive. Which some of them do. I know when James was on Roaccutane for his skin, he wasn't allowed out in the sun at all with that. I mean, luckily for him, he was using it in the winter because you could only take it for 6 months. But, yeah, it's not a friendly drug.
Makes you wonder what effect it has on your vitamin D. Because it's all involved with that, isn't it? Why you tan and all that.
What's your vitamin D like, Jan? Do you know? I think we should all take vitamin D anyway, shouldn't we? None of us get enough vitamin D from the sun in this country.
You're all right to have an excess of it. You just pass it out when you go pee.
But yeah, I don't think anybody in this country gets enough vitamin D.
It's an interesting thing actually that back in the Middle Ages when they used to say bathing was bad for you, like everyone found that highly amusing. But I can actually see why they used to do that. They probably noticed whoever was cleaner got more ill. And it's because if you bath all the time, you vitamin D on your skin from the sun is made topically, it's secreted onto your skin and reabsorbed, kind of. So if you wash that, if you wash away your vitamin D goals. So they do recommend that if you are low in it, you shouldn't really wash with soap and just do like the main bits.
So Annette, excuse me if I don't say this right, has something called trigeminal neuralgia. She said it's called the suicide disease. Is there anything suitable for putting on my face? You can put Pain Slayer on your face, my love.
It's a nerve, isn't it? Is it trigeminal nerve?
That's it. See, I knew you'd be able to say it. You're clever. But you can put Pain Slayer on your face. You can put Headbanger on your face. Even Sleepyhead might help. So they're all worthwhile trying, my lovely. Jan says her vitamin D's low. She takes 2 tablets a day off the doctor. And she wasn't even out in the sun for 30 minutes.
Well, I'm like that anyway. I'd been in half an hour. It's strange, it's made you more sensitive, isn't it?
Like I say, it depends what med it is, and there's quite a few meds that do make you. The other thing that does as well is some essential oils.
Yeah.
So it usually tends to be the citrusy ones, doesn't it, and bergamot. Zoe says she gets terrible symptoms from oxycodone. I'm not surprised.
You don't know one.
No. Tracy says she's a shade seeker. That's definitely Mark. If it's sunny, you can just permanently looking around for the shade.
I actually don't mind the sun. It's heat I don't like.
Well, they kind of go hand in hand, babes.
Not necessarily. I like cold, bright winter's days because it's cold but it's sunny. I like it like that, frosty. It's heat. I mean, it could be cloudy and boiling hot. I don't like it.
See, when I was younger, I would have been the same as you, but since I've had fibromyalgia, I prefer it to be warm, for it to be hot, because I hurt less. But I never used to like the hot weather when I was younger. But I think that's because I always used to burn. We're both like vampires, aren't we?
I don't mind it on the bike though if it's hot. I just pull that thin jacket up and get moving, it cools you down. But because you're covered, you don't burn.
Oh, Zoe says, I love your lives. Thank you both. You're welcome, my darling. I'm trying to hold 2 phones at once. That's why they both keep going a bit shaky.
Yeah, and we didn't buy anything to hold them.
And I left it at work.
Yeah, forgot it.
Chasey loves springtime. And says humidity makes her legs swell and throb. Bless you. Just get them up when they're like that if you can, and get some muscle magic on them. Teresa hurts more in the summer.
So everyone's different.
Yeah. Lauren says she prefers the warmth. She's like me, and the cold just hurts too much. Cold, I just interpret as pain.
Cold doesn't bother me.
So I just interpret it as pain.
Well, I'm even mad. Like you could wash up, and I stick my hands in the water, and it's like burning. And it's nothing to you. I'm the opposite. I can stick my hand in the freezer. It doesn't bother me. You don't like it, do you?
No. I know. I need to start saying that. Queen of slaves, breaker of chains.
Yeah.
Sarah says she likes it steady, not too hot, not too cold, and definitely no rain. No, I don't like rain at all. It makes me hurt. Zara says to Teresa, it could be because you are doing more physically and the humidity, perhaps. Claire says, I hurt in heat and cold, but would sooner be in pain when it's red hot. Oh, Annette says, thank you. I'm off to buy some stuff from your website. Oh, bless you, my darling. And Zoe says, Becky...
Any help or anything, like advice? Get in touch.
Yep, just yell. That's what we're here for. Zoe says, Becky, I agree with you there, but I do swell in the heat. There's always something, isn't there, though? You know, if you really like something, there's always got to be that a little bit of a sting in the tail to it.
You just tend to swell sometimes, don't you? And it moves around.
Yeah,
it's like a small area.
It's a bit random, isn't it? Mark will just suddenly point and go, is your ankle really swollen? And I'll be like, oh, yeah.
But it'll disappear from there the next day and go somewhere else.
Yeah. It's like I've got this kind of golf ball or something called tennis ball that just moves around my body, just appears and...
It's like a Laura and Hardy sketch, really. They shut the car door and the other one opens.
Yeah. Yep, that's me and my fibro. Lauren says, I used my SOS last night on a sore at the side of my mouth. Usually these last for a good week or so when they flare up, but it's gone already.
Oh, brilliant.
Fantastic. SOS is just absolutely incredible at healing. It's like I always say, I think everyone should have a pot of Pain Slayer and a pot of SOS in their bathroom cabinet. And then if anybody says to you it hurts, wallop some Pain Slayer on it. If it needs healing, wallop some SOS on it.
That's another one I'm quite proud of, actually. So the process is a bit fiddly, isn't it?
Yeah, how Mark has managed to get witch hazel into SOS is he's invented a new process to extract it from the bark itself. So it's not like witch hazel water that you'd go and buy off the shelf in the supermarket. He's actually extracting it from the witch hazel himself. Of course, he's very clever. Rianne says, I ordered from your website yesterday and I can't wait for my delivery. Heat and cold both make me hurt, but at least when you sunbathe, you can sunbathe when it's hot.
It should be winging its way.
It should be, yeah. Should be with you any sec. And Tracy says, us fibromites are just odd. Random pain, random swelling. Yeah, very true. Sarah says, you say about holding yourself tense when you're cold. I do it too. But also go into like a hibernation mode and can hardly move when I get too cold. Very odd and not alcohol related, I promise.
No one suggested it, did they?
Jan says she hasn't got any SOS, and it will take a week to come. Oh, bless you. Claire says my neat ink is in Nikki's room. Shock. Everything ends up in Nikki's room.
Well, at least you know where to find it.
Yeah. If you can't find any of your MCC stuff, Claire, just head to either Nikki's room or Shane's room and they'll appear. John says she's got spares on most items, lol.
Do we need spares? Because we tend to lose things.
Yeah. So you'd think that we'd be really organised and we'd have like a cupboard or a shelf at home somewhere with like all this neatly arranged MCC stuff.
I have a little stash here of the honey blue stuff.
Yeah, Mark's honey blue stuff's over in, like, that's Mark's corner there.
I tend to take parts off bikes and bring them in and clean them, such like.
And then everything else is just like scattered in every room, really, isn't it? It's I know Headbanger and Revved Up are down the side of my bed. It's my side of the bed. Sleepyhead is as well. Muscle Magic's over your side.
The neat ink was as well.
I don't know where that is now. I think that's down here now.
And there's a bag full of stuff on the floor by that cabinet. It's just been sitting there.
Yeah, it's all a bath shirt. Bath sherbets, yeah, but when do I ever get round to having a bath?
I do keep saying have a bath. And then you say, oh, can I get out?
Well, I can't. It's not funny, I can't.
I've not had to rescue you for a while, have I?
No. I struggle to get up off the bloody sofa, let alone out of a bath.
Becky always falls asleep in the bath and I have to come and stop her from drowning.
Well, I get really cross with him for waking me up. Zara says more and more of her stash is ending up in the girls' room. And Jan's pleased she lives alone so nobody can pinch her stuff.
We know a few people who hide it. Secret stash. Was it, it was Michelle, wasn't it? Who used to hide it underneath the bath.
Yeah.
She used to take a bath panel off and hide it underneath the bath.
So that's true, Sarah. Sarah says that's because you use them. If they were neatly in a cupboard, it would mean that you didn't need it. Yeah, they are literally, our whole house is just festooned with MCC products left, right and centre.
It's not as bad as it used to be.
No, not when we used to do all the packing from home. Gosh, I don't even know how we used to do that. But no, we don't.
Actually, there's something there.
If it is, he'll sit it off. Yeah, I mean, we don't use any personal care products now that we don't make, really, do we? Apart from toothpaste.
It's the only one, I think.
Tracy can't get out of the bath either because of her dodgy hips. Teresa hides all her stuff. I know. Okay, so well, you have two Teresa. Your lad will be pinching it, wouldn't he? Zara says Harry has his own bottles by his bed. I know Harry likes his MCC stuff all organised.
I don't know what I do now without the top end and the thingy. That's all I used. It's the best thing I've ever tried on this. I'm not just saying that for shaving. It really is good. I won't use anything else now.
No. It's very smooth.
Like a baby's bot.
Rihanna says she's the only one in her house with fibro, so she gets it all to herself. There's still lots of other products, though. Once you start building your collection up, Rihanna, everyone will start pitching. Yeah, like lip balms and shampoos and conditioners and shower suds and bath sherbets. And people get very handy at pinching them. Look at him looking at his daddy. Billy, you do melt my heart, even though you are very naughty.
Amanda and Claire, I don't know what they do with the lip balms. I dread to think how much of the other stuff they were using before.
I must put it on toast or something. Christmas on toast. So I think it's time for us to disappear and go to bed. We are both so tired.
Let's see what the time is.
Bailey Boo, you are so very, very, very noisy. Oh, yeah. So we're going to jump off.
Over, don't we?
I know.
Say half an hour.
Claire says mine gets stolen by the kids and they don't have fibro. Mum, my arm hurts. Pain Slayer. Mum, can I have a muscle magic bath sherbets? Nothing is safe. Gosh, I'm surprised if you part with your bath sherbets, Claire. Lauren says I can't have a bath because I'm getting stuck too. I have to play Help by the Beatles when I need a hand.
It's good that the kids want to use it though, because they are all natural, aren't they? So both of mine are told to use that all the time. I think especially Jade, she likes the perfumes and stuff, doesn't she? Yeah, for the kids, I'd swear by it.
Absolutely.
So there's some of the stuff they put in the manufactured soaps and whatnot. When
we look at ingredients, it's
I'm flabbergasted at some of them. Yeah, why are they putting that in? What's that for?
Yeah, it's quite freaky.
Scary.
Annette's just ordered the fibro busting set. She's excited.
Cool.
Jan just asked me next time we're doing post office, doesn't it accept parcels on a Wednesday, Jan, so it'll be Thursday.
I did ask while I was there today if they were going to review it. Well, apparently, because of what's happened in Leicester and other places, they're keeping it on lockdown, the post office. They said they're not expecting normal staffing levels now till August. So I think it's just going to stay like it is now till August. Unfortunately, and it is a pain. It really is. We have this narrow window where we can get our post out now.
Between 2:30 and 4:30, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. That's it. That's the only times we can post.
Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, what did I say?
Wednesday.
No. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday.
So before we had all day, didn't we? All day, including, half day Saturday. Well, no, it's just got a narrow window now, a couple of hours. It's a real pain.
Anyway, on that note, darling, let's jump off, make a brew and go to bed.
Getting it out. Get it out as fast as we can.
Why is he staring at the fireplace?
Just because I've just made it creak. What's in there? What's in there?
It's so weird.
Are you looking at my synthetic motorcycle oil?
A little weirdo, isn't he? Right, on that note then, we're going to jump off, make a cuppa, go and get ourselves off to peeping sleeping.
Yeah.
And I'll see you tomorrow lunchtime, guys. See you later. Night. Sleep well. Bye-bye. He says, Daddy, I need to give you big kisses.
Baby.
Night, guys.